On this episode of the Bozo Podcast, the boys start a compound. Dan wants to ride poles, and Nathan threatens the president? Welcome to the Bozo Show!
Nippondes, and welcome back to another episode of the Bozo Show!
Guys, I'm sick.
He's sick again.
What do you mean again?
I feel like in the COVID episode, you weren't like sick, but you're like half sick, and you're going back to being half sick.
Yeah, I'm not like fully sick, but like I just got the mucuses.
I literally just feel like your body doesn't have the ability to fight off illness, and so we don't.
No,
you're
it's
not
the opposite.
No. You're not perceiving yourself as sick because you don't have a temperature. I think your body just doesn't realize when you're sick, and so you're never getting the temperature, and so you slow burn get sick. Most people, they get sick, they have a temperature for 2 days, and then they're better.
No, I'm the opposite.
My
body's good at fighting off illness, so when I actually do pick up an illness, my body's like just sick enough where it inhibits my nostrils and my throat, but not sick enough to keep me out of work or activities. So then I'll just keep going to work and keep going to sports and such, like golf and hockey and whatever.
That's your fault.
But then I'll just be at this like medium level of sick for like a week until I get like a day where I just sleep it off for like 12 hours and then I'll go back to normal.
You are bad at taking care of yourself.
Well, the grind never stops, man. I can't stop.
Well, unless I'm literally forced to be stuck in bed, I guess I'm gonna go out and play golf in the heat all day.
Pretty much, me and the boys. Golfing?
Do you win golf? Did you win?
I mean, no, you don't really win.
Unless
you're
win?
playing in a competition.
So what'd you do? How'd you perform?
So we played from the blues, which for you who doesn't know,
what's a blue?
There's tees that you tee off from, right?
Yes.
There's tee markers.
Yes.
So there's the furthest ones up are the golds. And
so where you tee off from on the map. So you have different starting points on the map.
Usually we play from the whites, which is like the furthest up men's tee.
Okay.
But we were playing with my friend Matt, who's really good at golf. So we moved back to the blues, which is in between the blacks, which is where the pros play. They call it the tips. That's where the pros tee off from.
Yeah.
It's the furthest back. We played from the middle one, not the easy white one.
So that's not the tip. You call that the shaft.
The blues. No.
You start with the balls, work your way up your shaft, and then when you're really good, you finish up on the
tips. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess if you want to put it like that, it makes sense.
That's why. Why else would they call it the tips?
Just because it's the tippy top of the hill usually.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Wait.
Did you even check the mics are going?
It's all going.
Okay,
You're paranoid. The illness is spreading to your freaking brain.
I'm always paranoid about making sure stuff is recording and everything. Is your camera going?
Yes, all the cameras are going. The red light's going on. Japan's in the background. We're in Japan.
I also felt I was not going to shower yesterday because I was going to go play hockey. And then I was going to shower after hockey. But then I didn't go to hockey, but I still felt gross and oily because I'm sick. So I took a shower last night. So then I didn't shower this morning. So then I have my hat on because I have like really awful hat hair.
Damn.
Because I was wearing a hat
Do
all
that
day.
again.
Well,
the front hair flicks out. Like, can you see it in there?
Because my hair was in my eyes because it's too long right now. So I
what
would
is
push
it
it
doing?
up. I would push it up and then cover my hat. So then
the hair is sticking
pressed
up
against my head and the hat. And then I fixed it because it was.
You have just
hurts
like a strand of hair about yay wide that just is straight out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. That's boy hat problems. It happens.
I guess hair development. I think I've improved. I had a growing phase. So when I first moved here, like 2 years ago, I realized don't shampoo every shower. Big step.
I just started like conditioning recently.
Second thing, which I just realized
25.
now, I take long showers. I think my issue is, and I still think my hair has improved, but I think there's another level that I'm only now going to start to achieve. I think because of my long showers, when I put conditioner in, I essentially almost wash all of it out before it in the shower.
None of the oils that are going to help you moisturize your hair stay in by the time you get out.
Yeah, so now I'm experimenting with like
shorter showers
and mainly like conditioning more towards the end.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things in this world that we are not taught. I need to be taught these
Yeah,
things.
I don't get hair care, and I don't do any skin care.
I don't know any face stuff.
No, I don't do any skin
I don't
care.
know any face
no
stuff.
moisturization, no nothing.
I feel like hair care especially, like that every parent should teach their kid because everyone has unique hair.
I don't even think the parents know.
They gotta.
Maybe
At some point,
the mothers.
how old are you at this point? You gotta learn how your hair works.
There's so many mothers with ratty fucking bird nest hair, though. You know,
We need to fix this.
None of the mothers got that like sleek Kim K luscious oil, like smooth looking hair.
I need to buy a new brush. Now my hair's shorter, so it's probably not that bad. But especially when I had long hair, I didn't even realize, which makes sense. Like getting a bamboo brush or something, it's not inherently because it's like, ooh, the bamboo affects your hair differently. But I think it's literally just because the bristles on it are thicker. And because of how the beads at the end work, like with plastic ones, I think they're literally like beads.
Yeah.
And so your hair can get caught in it. But with the bamboo ones, the idea is like when you brush your hair, even if it's not as fine of a comb, the hair doesn't get caught. And so like a lot of things like with long hair when you're brushing it, if you're not using like a very, I don't know if the word's delicate is the correct word, but if you're not using like that type of brush, your hair will get caught and it'll cause way more dead ends and like split ends.
Then it rips it up.
Which
the gambit as a man is just to keep your hair short so then you don't have to deal with all this bullshit.
But I like the change. I like going through all the different.
I guess.
I want to be rounded. I want to have all experiences.
I hate
long hair, short hair, no beard, beard.
This hair length is like too long. Every time I get out of the shower, I have just like a goddamn mop on my head because my hair's like grows like thick first before it goes down or longer.
My hair gets spiky when I get the shower, and then I have to like work it down.
If I put my head upside down and just like brush my hand through my hair to make it all stick out, I just have like a Goku hair. Like I'm not even kidding. It's crazy long.
One day we should do that for a podcast. We should both
Goku
keep
mode?
our hairs up, not try to adjust it out of the shower, and we can be Goku.
I mean, my hair is
Vegeta.
extremely stubborn, but if I blow dry it and put a little bit of product, it might stay for like 30 minutes until it dries and then falls down.
My hair's pretty malleable for the most part. It just needs to be trained. Pretty soon, I think it's going to get a little bit longer to the point that when I have short hair, I like to do basically all of it to one side. But once it gets to a certain length, like 1/3 of my hair will want to go this way to like the left, and the other 2/3 want to go to the right.
Yeah.
And I think I'm starting to get to that point where it's going to want to do the bridge and start doing that. Every once in a while, I'll do a middle part. But you look like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you would look.
But sometimes you want to look like a nerd.
I don't know, man. Some people pull off the middle part, but every time I even conceive of doing it, it's just like this is gonna look like shit.
I think that the goal of the middle part is, God, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark if this is the right white guy.
Timothy Chalamet.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Does he? Okay, think of
Brad
like
Pitt has historically had short hair.
Who's the white guy who always has the middle part, but it doesn't look nerdy. He just kind of looks like youthful and whimsical.
Is he an older guy?
No, he's young. In most of the movies.
Timothy Chalamet, the guy from
Probably.
Dune.
No, he has curly hair.
Yeah, but it's middle part.
The guy that I'm thinking about has straight hair.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. This is a bad idea. I should never. This is why I'm never gonna mention goddamn actors again. I don't care about them.
This guy? That's not a middle part.
No, not that guy.
Not Leo.
No.
Hold on.
It's a
Let me
maybe
tell you
maybe a young Leonardo da Vinci.
This is T. He's got
No,
sort of
not him, but he does curly hair. But I think we're not gonna find it. You can
It's
try
Tom
to
Holland.
find it.
That's not.
It's not Tom Holland either. His hair's too
What
short.
the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Your guy doesn't exist.
He does in my head.
What movies
I
is he
can
from? Name a movie.
I don't know.
So how the fuck do you know this person as his haircut?
Is he in Dead Poet Society? I think so.
That is Robin Williams.
Maybe no.
That is the only actor.
No,
I
but
know
he's
on
like
that.
old in that.
Yeah, but who the fuck
he's
is
a young
in
kid.
Dead Poet Society?
No, but he's
That's
still
young.
famous. He's still famous, but he's young in that movie.
It's a
But he has the middle.
1989 film.
But he has the middle part. But it looks good.
There's no one's gonna know.
He
any
looks
of these.
youthful. Got some whimsy in there.
Ethan Hawke.
Mike Hawk. Sorry.
None of these people have middle parts.
Well, fuck. Then I don't know. Skip it. We'll wrap it up.
You're an idiot.
Go to the next segment that we have planned.
This guy.
What? Who the fuck? The issue is you look up images and it's all the old guys. I need the young
I don't know
guys.
if I know what they look like when they're younger. Okay.
I don't know what they all look. I don't know what anyone looks like.
Brother Bear, when are we going to Japan?
Nippon desu.
We're just so broke.
Oh, no.
We're just so broke. We can't go to Japan, Nathan. I want to go to Japan.
They're not gonna want us in there either. They're not gonna want us.
Wait.
That's the thing.
We know where we need to go.
Where?
We need to go to the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, so you can find your
Yes.
Netherlands wife and start your family there.
No, so
Oh.
we can do the Dutch
Oven?
canal pole vaulting competition.
Oh, the thing that you showed me
Yeah.
where they just have a big stick in the middle of the pond and you
Yeah.
just run as fast as you can.
You
And
run up down the ramp and you grab onto the pole, and they literally so the goal is to basically grab a pole that's suspended in a canal and
yeah.
clear the canal by jumping onto the pole, climbing up, and then how they score it is the distance you get after the vault, like forward distance into the sand across the canal.
Yeah.
So what they do is
There's two parts for sure. Like there's two.
Yeah.
First, you need to get the momentum to actually swing it. So
to
it's,
actually get the pole across the water. Otherwise, the pole will go up and then come back.
Yeah, and then you're going back
gotta
to where you
bail
started.
out and
Yeah.
go into the water. So what they do is they tie like bike tires, flattened bike tires. They tie them as like little makeshift sandals, like wrapping
Oh.
their feet in them. Because it's
what?
so okay. Hear me out.
They wrap their feet in bike tires.
Yeah, because the rubber. It grips onto the pole, so that it helps them climb up while they're mid swing.
You should see me climb. I don't need rubber
Imagine like a fire pole, but you have to climb up it.
while it's falling.
While it's swinging. But the rubber from the bike tires helps them get up.
Interesting.
So what they were basically, I watched this group called Storror, who's like the OG parkour freerunner climbing group on YouTube.
Is this the
for a
same
long
one that
time.
we've talked about like once or twice
Yeah.
before? Okay. They're just
Okay.
into pole
So,
vaulting. Okay.
Well, no, they do a bunch of like that sort of like sport that involves like climbing and strength and free running and stuff.
So they just
It's a very athletic activity to.
Oh,
pole
I'm
vault this
sure.
canal.
Yeah.
So basically, you start on a ramp and the pole is kind of like propped up in the middle of the canal, like kind of leaning towards you.
Yeah.
So when you run and you're sprinting, you have to jump forward, like dive at it essentially, grab it with your hands, and then pull your hips into the center of the pole so that you don't like swing left or swing right around the pole.
Yeah.
Without hitting your fucking cock and ball on the pole, right?
That's okay if you do.
And then as your legs swing, you kind of want to pull yourself up and latch your feet onto the back of the pole, which involves hitting like basically where your shin meets the top of your foot, that little curve. That wants to latch onto the back of the pole so that after your first initial pull up, that rubber grips and you can push yourself with your feet and then do like multiple pulls basically to get to the top of the pole as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't get to the top of the pole, but on a perfect run, you would do like 3 or 4 pull-ups while the pole is tipping. And as long as it gets past the midpoint,
Yeah.
it'll
You're
start
fine,
to fall
yeah.
towards the other side of the canal. And then if you're at the top of the pole, you can swing your legs out so that your legs aren't wrapped around the pole anymore and do like a little like
Hoist
feet
up.
first lunge to get max distance when dismounting from the
Oh,
pole.
so you'll like push up like
Yeah, you get to the top of the pole and you're basically swing your right leg or left leg, depending on which way you go.
Yeah.
You swing your right leg instead of being in the middle of the pole. You swing your right leg on the outside of the pole, so both your legs are here, and then you basically feet first while you're pushing off the pole, try to get max distance, and it looks fucking fun as hell. But it looks
That's
like
wild.
really like upper body intensity.
Oh,
to
I'm
pull yourself
sure.
off the pole while it's swinging and stuff. Like it's just like a battle of balance, momentum, and then like just pure strength and agility to like get up the pole and then dive off of it like feet first.
we should just as a society give up gyms, even though they're more targeted and probably way more effective at building muscle, and just collectively
Canal jump.
canal jump and or combine everything and just have fun stuff. I want to be climbing trees. I'll do canal jumping. I'll do bouldering.
I mean, these
climbing.
are just things that exist, just not in the region that we're geographically currently in.
Yeah.
In like Seattle, Washington, they probably have many hiking stuff and many tree climbs and many like bouldering things.
We need to start an initiative. This is how we fight obesity.
Again, there
We
you go.
we climb trees.
We move every American to a mountainous region and make them start climbing.
You know, just being in a
and
mountainous
hiking.
region, it's kind of a buff. Your body gets better, more efficient using oxygen, whether you want it to or not.
I just love a good hike. I would love to go hiking and find like local bouldering spots in the mountainous woods. That'd be sick as fuck with the
Entirely
boys.
other non-related thing, but is fun to do. Archery.
There you go. Oh yeah. I mean, we're just describing medieval type shit.
That type shit's the great shit to do,
Dude,
though.
and then in the winter, snowboarding, skiing.
I have no balance. I will die.
I love snowboarding.
I've never snowboarded. I've never skied.
Snowboarding's so much fun.
I've tried to skate like once or twice.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time I just land on my ass.
That's fair.
I can't do it.
See, I have been ice skating, roller skating since I was like a wee little lad, so I have a lot of balance when it comes to those
I've done
type of
like
sports.
BMX and stuff. It might be easier for me to do snowboarding first because if you fall, you land on snow instead of concrete and you scrape up all your shit.
Versus what?
Skating,
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be easier to learn like the
it's still
basics
like
of balancing on a
it's still
board.
like very packed in snow, so it's kind of still like I mean, you just have like a winter coat and snow pants on that are like padding. But like, if
I'd
you're
be
on
way less
concrete,
likely-
just wear knee pads and pants or something.
Yeah, but then you look like a dweeb.
Safety first, man.
I also
know what we
need
should
ass
do?
cushions. Anyways, yes.
Mountain biking.
Sure.
You ever see those fucking videos?
Oh yeah,
they're
where it's like
fucking-
the trats
the
and you have like the
courses
wood.
and they
in.
like curve around the wood and do like sick jumps and then fucking
I did a little bit of that when I did BMX dirt bike like stuff, but I will say wasn't for me personally. Other kids were way better at it than me, and I was like, damn.
I think on a bike, as long as I'm strong enough to like fucking whip the bike around, I think I'm killing it in a mountain biking scenario. As long as the brakes work,
My biggest issue was there was like a ramp at one point, and I hit it way too hard, and I
Yeah.
went like straight up like 5 or 6 feet, fell on my ass, and then the bike fell on me.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
And I was like, well, fuck. And I was just like, guess I'm walking off the patch while every other kid's racing past me. I'm like, well, I'm not getting on the bike again after that. Fuck it. I'm going home.
There's a lot of random little sports like that where I feel like I've never tried it, but I feel like for some reason I feel like I could get good at it, or at least like
Most
if
things
I were
people
to
can
try
get
it for
good
the
at.
first time, it wouldn't be like I can't do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be at least have some base level of skill to do like the easy parts of the sport and improve. Like
yeah.
the pole, like the fucking canal jump. I feel like I would be able to at the very least get across the river. I wouldn't be like getting close
yeah.
to a competitive distance, but I could at least land it in the sand across and push
For the
pole
canal
across.
jump, I think I have a good chance. For anything involved skateboard, snowboard, surfing, paddleboarding, the balancing
I've surfed
on a
before.
the balancing on an object, I'm not that great at.
Balancing in water is a bit different. Surfing is very difficult to get stood up.
Mm-hmm.
But something like wakeboarding, where you're like holding on to like a
Oh, well, that's easier, yeah,
like
because
water
you
skiing?
have that's not where your balance
momentum's
is
all
coming
controlled.
from.
Yeah, so all you have to do is lean back, and then you're getting pulled, which is awesome. I love wakeboarding. Wakeboarding was a lot of fun when I was a kid.
No, that does sound a lot cooler.
But back to the canal jumping guys.
There's more?
Well, I was the group that was doing it were from England. They're like the parkour guys. They're from England, and they were doing this. They're basically like they met up with these professional Dutch guys, like the guy that holds the world record for it, and they were like teaching them how to do it, like introducing them to the sport because it's a very like small sport. It's only like in Dutch in Belgium, or in Netherlands and Belgium.
Yeah.
It's like the only people that
Feels like
compete
a
in it, really.
very regional. Because
It's
who else
very-
is like, yo, let's
very
go get a pole,
what
put it in the
other
middle of the lake,
fucking-
and jump it over
What
that.
other cities have canals? It's like Amsterdam,
Yeah.
and like Venice or some shit. I don't know.
It's also just very interesting of a method. It's not even
Yeah.
like pole vaulting over. It's also climbing while pole vaulting at the same time.
So basically, there was there was one guy who holds the record for England, the British record, and it was like 40 meters or 14. I can't remember what it was, but it was
Sure.
basically like essentially like 20 less than what the world record was.
Yeah.
And the one guy who's like the best his name's Toby Seeger. I think we talked about him once.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that like has the climbing vaulting.
Oh,
What is
okay.
it? What do they call that? Dyno. He's got the Dyno world record basically.
Yeah.
The longest.
Oh, so he's got
jump
really
and
good
grab.
arm strength.
He's
yeah.
like insanely agile. Yeah. He broke the British record as a 23-year-old record.
Let's fucking go.
He broke it on his first day trying the sport. Like it took him like 5 or 6 attempts, and he beat the record by like 50 centimeters. And then they called it in and reported it to like the committee and got it logged and everything. So funny.
That's actually crazy. I mean, to be fair, it seems to be very isolated, like muscle groups. You know what I mean? Like he's probably literally been doing that
years
shit.
And
yeah.
I'm talking like they were doing YouTube in like 2010 parkour videos, and now he's like he does climbing videos, he does parkour videos still. He runs. They basically travel all around Europe in cities and do like little parkour challenges that they hunt for. Like I just watched one today where they were under this bridge, and the bridge is like it's like one of those metal beams where it's like the letter I, a capital I.
Oh yeah,
like,
I-beam.
Like yeah,
that's what they're called.
A steel beam. So they're like sliding along the wall of the bottom thing of the beam, and then there's like these little rings that are like off the edge of the bridge, suspended above a river, and they're like 30 feet up or something.
Yeah.
And what they were doing was they were jumping from the bottom metal of that I-beam onto the ring, 180 flipping around and swinging back and sticking the landing like pressed against the wall, because they had like basically this was the ledge essentially.
Are the rings like? How do the rings have like give to them? Like, are they actually able to swing with
it's
the
just
ring,
like a metal.
or?
So there's just like a metal pole that like it connects.
It just
to the
wraps
railing.
around.
Yeah, so it comes down and up to the ceiling.
So
of the
they're
bridge.
like just using their momentum to like swing them back.
Yeah, they're literally like jumping, sticking the grab.
Yeah.
Suspended above 30 feet of water. Plus the ceiling is like low, so they have to jump out. They can't really jump up and get above it. They have to like jump and grab and control their swing. Yeah. And then flip around and swing back and then stick the landing on the little ledge. So it was just like they just like do cool shit like that all the time.
Wild.
And they have this one guy who's a fucking legend. He's like their cameraman mostly. He's like more of a heavy set guy, but he tries every challenge and sends it, but he's usually the one that will like fail and go plummeting into the water. But he always gives it a go. Yeah. And he ends up getting wet a lot, but he's a fucking legend for even giving it a try. You know, it's fucking shout out to that guy.
He's like he's in a above baseline, so you could be like, here's somebody who's kind of experienced and still really good at it. Yeah. And then here's like the fucking pros.
Yeah, basically. Like he's definitely like extremely talented, knows all the form and like the technique and stuff. Yeah, because he rolls with these guys like for years now. You
can't help but pick it up.
Yeah. But he's not as like I guess like agile and athletic. Yeah. But he just fucking gives it a go, and it's like respect. The man.
Tank, the
respect, man. He goes for it. I love him. He's the fan favorite. I wish like I lived in a European city and I could free run parkour, but it's like kind of a dead art. I don't know. Do people really do parkour?
Not really.
Not in America.
Not in America. I mean, there's also not that much interesting stuff to parkour from. At least in most cities, I'll say.
It looks like the amount of spots they find. Like right now, they're doing all over Germany and stuff. The amount of shit they find.
I think that makes sense because like also like European countries, the buildings are like so much more compact. Yeah, I feel like for the most part, versus like America, we love our private property. If you're in a residential area, none of the buildings are going to be in a place where it makes sense to touch.
The cities are also like way more complex, like layout wise, and have like very more intricate architecture. Whereas us, it's like grid systems for the cars and like not as many like little spots like that. Whereas
you're not going to have like a dense. Like a place that's built densely where there's also not just going to be a shit ton of people going on versus like in other countries, you're going to have a place where it's not that like
in walkable cities. They'll have like really nice, like bridges and like little canal spots and stuff to do like jumps over. Like, like they'll do shit where they'll jump from the side of a bridge or something, you know, like going over a small canal. And there's like those little dock logs. Oh yeah. And they'll try to like stick the landing on the little log. Which is, I don't know. It looks like silly in like from a viewer standpoint, but I know for a fact actually doing it is like super hard because they try to
they
try to just stick the landing with no wiggle or no like stumble like into a second step.
Do the gymnastics.
They just try to control their landing to land 2 feet, no movement, done. And sometimes it's like a really far or like really high drop, and they just fucking hit it. It's sick.
Speaking of moving to European places, if you do want to do the compound, which you mentioned before, but the compound where
have we talked about the compound?
We've definitely talked about the compound.
I don't know if we have.
We can do a recap.
I think we've talked about you getting a tiny home eventually.
Well, for recap, if we've done the compound or not, if you've heard it before, now you get to hear it again. God damn it! The compound basic idea is just getting a plot of land, building a bunch of tiny homes on it, and then essentially making it really affordable for all of us to kind of live on it, and potentially make like I don't know what you'd call it, like a public area in the middle or something, just like a bunch of utilities that we'd put together, recording spaces, stuff for videos.
Yeah. Like, imagine if we make a little bit of money, we buy a plot of land, we put our own individual tiny homes on it so that we all have like, it's like if we were living together in the same house, except we all have our own individual tiny houses
Which
that
is
have
wicked.
our own kitchen, our own bathroom, and our own bedrooms. Basically.
And then we won't have to worry about paying a shit ton of money because even the land costs will be divided amongst a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to find another place, not in America, to do it, number one place, if we can allow them to accept us, Japan. Because, dude, they have
empty land for us to build
a lot of empty land and a lot of empty houses. Like in Japan, you can buy.
There's a housing market is really good there.
You can get it for like $1 because in Japan, houses actually like depreciate in value once you build them, which kind of makes sense. Like every other asset that you have.
Yeah, not in America.
I know for some reason in America you build a home, 50 years from now, that home's gonna fucking collapse and eat shit unless you put a bunch of money into it.
They don't really care about the actual house most of the time. It's about the plot of land and how busy it is because they could always knock down the home and rebuild something.
But in Japan, you can buy that pretty little house that's falling apart for $1. We bulldoze that shit down potentially. Depending, we have to figure it out. Make the compound.
Yeah.
Make the compound.
I don't think I think we've talked about your tiny home idea, but I don't think we've talked about the collective compound, the actual name compound that we keep saying.
The compound is real. The compound is coming. It's coming for us all.
In an ideal world, Nathan and I are successful on our YouTube channels, and we get a tiny home compound with some of our friends, and we have them be able to do what they want and earn a living.
For a small investment of $100,000, we can start this. You should donate today.
You should actually.
Or you should like, share, and comment, and that will also help.
Like say we split channel percentages with our friends for them to manage our channels while all we do is record and they edit and do all the uploading and whatnot. And then we all 4, 5, 6 of us, whatever, live on this tiny home compound. And then in the center or tucked away on the compound, there's a big studio, barn, whatever, that has like stuff like guest bedrooms, like a group kitchen sort of thing. Yeah. Like a hangout space to watch movies.
Community center.
All
that's
the
what they
extra
call
things you would like say, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have a movie room in my mansion. I'm gonna have like 7 guest bedrooms. Like I'm gonna have
shit that you're never gonna use outside of a random occasion.
I want like an entire like 20-yard box of a soccer field to shoot nets on. I want like a little hockey rink area, maybe like a little basketball court area. Just like
I'm making a parkour
barn.
Place. I want.
He wants a ninja. American
I want
Ninja
2
Warrior
things.
Spot. That could be outdoors.
I want American Ninja Warrior. I just want an obstacle course to just fucking run because I think that's where my cardio is gonna come. Every day I'm waking up, I'm gonna try to new PB on the course.
Oh, we need to build out a nice gym too. Like we just need to make a big old like imagine when you like the rich kid school that had like the indoor bubble like football field, you know. Like it is an indoor football field. We need that size, like space, and just make divvy up that giant football field building into like one little soccer field area to shoot on or film on or something. One little basketball court area, one like fucking gym, and then like a 2-story kind of level place for like guest bedrooms and kitchen and whatever. and just have this.
And then if
really
we
nice
have anyone
community
or
center.
family wants to visit, we can be like, you stay in the community
Yeah, then
center
we have
compound.
places for a family to come stay, and
It's still separated, and they get their own separate space too. And then they get like, in some ways, they get like the VIP treatment. They come out of their room, they have all the shit right there,
everything
readily available.
It's like a little hotel for them.
The only thing that's gonna cost a shit ton is if we do it here is air conditioning.
Yeah, that's fair.
Air
We just get those
conditioning.
big old industrial fans.
Ooh,
The big ones. That'll do it.
fuck yeah. Okay, but that's my proposition. Or we do it in Japan. Now, I think Japan would be pretty fucking sick to live in, personally.
Agreed, but I don't know anything about the language, so it'd be difficult.
Well, PewDiePie's there.
Oh yeah, let me just ring up him because we're boys.
Sea Dog.
Yeah, because we know him as well. That's our boy.
Sea-Dog's
also.
there.
We also know him.
Justin in Japan.
We actually do know him.
We know that guy.
We do know that guy.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Justin.
barely, but
I met him.
I met him at 2, and we're mutuals. I guess we're moots. Shout
So,
out
you know,
Justin
hey,
Japan,
Justin.
my moot.
Hit me up. We'll buy the compound. Tell us where to buy the land.
Hey, just give us a good
Compound in
good
Japan.
tip at where to buy some land. And we'll make the
Yeah,
compound.
we'll call it compound in Japan if you help source the land. We'll
What's
call
the
it
pricing difference like? Do you think our money goes further in Japan right now?
Oh God, if I know.
I don't fucking know.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe.
If we're buying land and building a tiny home compound, I would
I
hope
feel
it does
like for the
dollars
most
better.
part, the U.S. dollar still goes further in most countries. Not by a crazy amount.
I don't know.
think technically Europe has this beat right now, right? I think Europe
Probably.
has this beat.
You know what I just thought of?
Huh.
Speaking of money and stuff,
Of course.
we were gonna play that one game, because of said big event that just happened in America
That one game, the big event.
with the president.
Oh!
Should we? Because we're gonna play Enter the Gungeon today for the gaming video for Bozo Show, but should we flip it to that game?
We can flip it to that game.
You think that's a good idea?
it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
We could tell them. Okay, so
Teaser.
we've been me and Nathan have been brainstorming some ideas to do for IRL videos and Bozo Show stuff.
Yep.
And we also are starting a new channel called Bozo Gaming, which is basically just going to be like Let's Play Game Grump style.
Yeah.
Again, very chill, very low effort, just because we want to play more games.
Although to make up for that, I think we will be posting a ridiculous amount.
Yeah,
in
it'll
my
be
opinion.
like we're doing 2 playthroughs simultaneously, one game that Nathan wants to play and one game that I want to play.
Daily uploads.
Spoilers, it's Pikmin 4 and Chrono Trigger.
Damn.
Because Nathan has never played Pikmin 4 and it came out over a year ago and he's like, I need to play
I've
it.
also never played Chrono Trigger.
I've never played Chrono Trigger, but I want to play it for a video where I compare Chrono Trigger to Sea of Stars. So we're going to be playing those and then uploading basically one episode, one like 20-minute-ish episode from each playthrough every day.
So that's 14 videos a week
Yeah.
on top of what we're doing now. So we'll be doing 17 videos a week on average. I'm saying on
for
average because
yeah.
probably there'll be some weeks where it's not
It
perfect.
drops. Plus, I'm still trying to crank out shorts. It hasn't gone well. It's been like 2 weeks. Today I posted the first short that we've done in like 13 days.
And it's
fine.
been banging.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
been banging through
I
the
mean,
algorithm.
views are doing well on the shorts. So
Apparently, people love when people put bombs in my room.
yeah, 2,000 people on TikTok really love Seb talking about putting Tannerite.
2,000
people
people and
Which is
counting.
fun. I mean, and counting.
And
Usually
counting.
TikTok's weird. Like the views will boom for like an hour and then it'll flatline.
I
and
don't
just
think
never move up.
I don't
again.
think it ever changes.
No, it's at 2,200. So
Yeah,
not bad.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think that changes if the channel gets bigger. I feel like most of the charts that I've
feel
seen,
I feel like
it-
TikTok just acts
TikTok's
like
just
that.
like boom, you got 5 minutes of sunshine,
I'm
and then
trying
it's
to
rain
see if it has any
forever.
views on YouTube. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so we're gonna play Enter the Gungeon today, and then do like Thanksgiving stuff next week.
Yeah.
But instead, I remembered in 2016, back when I was a
Wee lad.
junior in high school, maybe.
Wow.
Because
Time
it
flies.
was going into 2016. I was a junior in high school. President Donald J. Trump got elected to be the president.
Deja vu.
And we beat out Hillary, and everyone was like, "Whoa, this is crazy."
Yep.
Because this guy was like an actor or whatever.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. And a silly little game dev made a game
Cheeky little guy.
called Mr. President,
Damn right.
where you're basically one of the president's Secret Service bodyguards, and you're trying to save him from getting shot by a sniper. So I thought, hey, Trump just won the presidency again. What if we just play that game?
He also almost got assassinated.
Almost got assassinated. Yeah, he got shot in the ear. So it's like topical, and it's might be a funny little playthrough.
Okay, but hear me out. We record Enter the Gungeon as well. We hold on to the Get
both.
Down, Mr. President game until he gets assassinated. And then we release it on the same day.
That's crazy. Well,
that's the gambit. That's a gambit.
or we just release it on his inauguration in January 20th or whatever.
Oh, we could also do
on
that.
Seb's birthday.
Well, we'll talk about it after the podcast and we'll decide. It'd be funny to
Yeah.
have that in the bank. Just
That'll be
imagine.
oh my God,
Imagine we
so
have it in the
random.
bank. And then
when we record it, should we joke about it? Like, we couldn't save him. We couldn't save him just like he is, just like today.
Just like
That'd be
the
so
entire thing
fucked.
should just be in character that he just died today.
Oh my
Oh my!
gosh.
Imagine how good that would be, though.
And we just save it and release it day of. As soon as the Twitter post hits, the thumbnail's already made, like the videos. You just switch the schedule.
We just
to
public it,
and then
we just make it
we just
public.
publish it. That's crazy. We're just banking on him getting killed, which is just fucked
It's
up.
a 50-50, and if it happens, it'll be like Christmas to me.
That's crazy. That would be insane. We'd be such savages for that. I'm actually down. That's
It'd be
hilarious.
so good. It'd be so funny. And then we
The
clip
government's
this.
gonna knock on our
we
door.
clip this and we release the short on the same day.
Oh my
We make a
God.
short talking about how we planned this from the beginning.
Holy shit.
We killed Donald Trump.
We did not do
We
that.
killed
Government,
Donald
please
Trump.
do not listen to this
We
man.
killed him.
We did not kill him.
Holy shit.
We just saved a little joke in case some other crazy motherfucker that has nothing to do with us
Some type of bozo
tried
guy.
to kill him or does successfully kill him.
Imagine they're in a
But
clown
we
suit.
had nothing to do with it. Please do not come to our front doors. Please. We don't have anything to
Manifest
do with his
destiny,
death.
will it into being.
We don't have anything to do with his death.
America. I think that's a great gambit.
I'm down. So we'll do that and Gungeon tonight. That should be quick anyways.
could do both.
We
We
don't
can
have an
combo.
IRL video plan for
And
today,
then no
so-
one will know, and only real fans will be anticipating the
my
assassination
fucking
of
God.
Donald Trump. They'll be anticipating it.
This is to be
so we can release the video.
That's such a,
It's a banger idea. It's a banger idea, and it's so likely to happen.
I know.
And by so likely, I mean like 50-50, and that's very likely. And
I
it'd
just don't like being controversial, and I don't like touching political stuff.
But that would be hilarious.
It's very funny.
It's pre-recorded.
It's pre-recorded. It's very
Pre-recorded.
funny. But
This
I
is
just-
the proof. We're releasing this podcast,
like-
so we have our hands are clean.
I don't like dipping my toes in politics.
Our hands are clean. You already suggested to play the game.
Yeah,
At
but
that
that-
point, the only difference is just we release it on the day.
It's just because it's topical. Because the president in the game that the guy made in 2016
It's
is
literally
Trump.
just- it's
the model
just
is
Trump.
Trump, and he won again. So it's just like, it's topical. I don't know. That was my idea. I just said it. But that's fucking ridiculous.
He just said he didn't mean it. I swear to God. Or did he?
If that happens, and dude, what if that's like the spark for
That's
the show?
the
People are like,
launch?
this is crazy.
That's the
we get like a
launch?
news article written up. Like these guys have a
Well,
pre-recorded.
now at this point, I'm banking on it. If I'm not encouraging anyone,
do not
Do
listen. As
not
much as if you love him or hate him,
yeah,
assassinating him is probably not a good thing.
probably
to do.
more. Love us or hate us, assassinating Donald Trump for us, probably also not
We
a
are
good thing
not
to do.
affiliated. Please do not listen. to
Do
this
not,
guy. We are not affiliated.
do not
No,
assassinate
not a part
the
of this.
president so we can
Separate
release a
camera
banger
angles.
video.
I didn't
We can
link, he
release a
linked.
banger video.
It would be a banger. I agree.
At least 100
I'm
views.
not disagreeing. It's by saying we shouldn't do it, but I am disagreeing with the fact that of this coy like affiliation with if he does get assassinated.
Weigh the just weigh the scales.
You think we're due?
We're due for what?
Like a president getting assassinated? Like it hasn't happened since JFK.
Oh,
right?
we're due. We are due.
We're
yeah.
due.
We're due.
We're due, especially in these trying times.
Especially in these trying times. Especially the bro's already been attempted
Yeah,
assassinated.
he's gotten. clocked out.
I'm just saying, weigh the odds. Like an extra 500 views. It's such a small amount. Extra 500 views, and all it takes is a little bit of assassination.
This is a good idea, but a bad idea. I'm on the fence.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's just focus on Gungeon first, and then we'll figure out what kind of character we want to play for this other video.
Guns first.
Why the fuck did we get the farming simulator?
That's Japan, brother. Nippon des.
The video's supposed to be Japan.
I think it is.
That was just a farming simulator clip. That was not a real...
No.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. That's
Can they
random.
see? They definitely can see.
They can see in your
It's that right
viewer.
there. It's 4K video. Just zoom in.
No one's
Zoom in.
no one's editing this.
No. Like if you're watching it on your iPhone,
you can do like
can
little
boost it up. I don't know if you can do it
thing.
on your computer. If you can't, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Anyways, listen, you want to watch us very casually play through 2 video games? Check out Bozo Gaming.
Bozo Gaming coming to in
YouTube
a few
page near
days.
you.
In a few days after this release, whenever this release, probably starting.
This is being recorded on Monday. It'll probably not get released for another week because we're lazy. And then
Yeah.
this Sunday.
Well, no,
we
we already released the climbing video today. Today the climbing video came out, so it's Monday. Climbing video came out.
to date this episode. Yeah.
So Wednesday we're gonna do a gaming video, and then probably Friday or Saturday we'll release the podcast. So you're watching this next Monday.
Pikmin 4.
Pikmin
videos
4 and Chrono
Triggers.
Trigger
Yeah.
daily for the rest of the time.
Well,
Not those
until
games.
the games are over, but
Double daily uploads for the rest of the time.
and then we might take breaks in between playthroughs.
We might
just
take
depending
breaks.
on what our lives come to. Basically, we're trying to pump out as much content as possible, but also we got a lot going on sometimes. Sometimes shit falls to the wayside, like the Bozo shorts I haven't done in a little bit because I've been busy.
But like the game, the Bozo Gaming shouldn't be too bad.
It
'cause
shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
But Nathan also is one of the busiest guys ever, so he's just gonna be like,
the only
I'm gonna be like, hey, you gotta do those gaming videos, and he's be like, I gotta finish this video. Sorry.
The only setback would mainly just be the thumbnails need to be getting made. How we're doing it, actually cutting them down extremely quick. It literally takes like 30 seconds. You can do it
export and then upload, which is relying on write speeds and internet speeds. So
yeah, but what I'd probably just do
more.
is do them all on one day and just set it up for the week.
Yeah, 100%.
And then just have
that's the way to do it. You don't do it
that
one
day
at a time.
be the upload day, and that also be the thumbnail day.
Yeah.
I also just bought a tablet, a drawing tablet that I'll get here soon.
Yeah, you're so Nathan, if you look at the Party Animals thumbnail, Nathan drew that, the cat and the dog and the fish.
It's not amazing. It's not great.
I think it's good. And he's going to do even better now that he has a tablet to draw on.
It'll hopefully get better. I did use that on a mouse and keyboard on a remote PC. I was remoting into my PC when I did that too. But hopefully it'll get better. And that's just an excuse for me to hone my skills, much like the Bozo show and Bozo Gaming is homing my yapping skills as I yap away.
I think Bozo Gaming is going to make us, one, get better at as a duo dynamic, because I feel like there's a lot of yapping that can happen.
Yeah.
And that should happen to help us.
Technically those will be the longest recording sessions that we've done so far, because it will be we'll just do it all in one sitting for like recording sessions, so it'll be like 2.5 hours. Right now the podcast is the longest yapping sessions that we have, which is like an hour long.
Yeah, but these are like 2.5 hour sit down playthroughs where we just hit stop, start, record, and keep going.
Yeah.
And ideally we're gonna do it all on Sunday. So like we wake up.
The Lord's Day.
We wake up Sunday morning, do 2.5 hours, then take a break for lunch, do another 2.5, boom, both playthroughs done. That 2.5 hours is like enough to get 7 20-minute episodes, which is enough for the week. And then we don't have to worry about it. And then Monday is usually our Bozo recording day, and then we kind of sometimes trickle an IRL video or something into a different day of
it
the
just
week.
depends on if we have something set up, because it sneaks up on you, because weekends usually tend to be more of like a relaxing thing. You don't really want to be thinking about work intrinsically.
But it's not Sundays. We're playing video games,
It's not playing video games. We're relaxing.
Work. Other than that, content to look forward to. DanCorona is releasing a Sunshine Eclipse video soon.
Yeah.
In the coming week or
That's
so.
been in the works. I still have not played Sunshine Eclipse, and
It's
I'm
a
not going to watch
fantastic
it. I'm not
game.
going to watch your video because I want to
You
play
just
the
can't,
game.
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
want to play the game, and I want to play all of it because Sunshine's my favorite game, and I know that this sequel, spiritually,
It's fantastic.
is a fantastic sequel. So I really want to play that.
Then after that, Astrobot video, which my editor already has.
Yep.
Right now I'm writing a Plucky Squire video, which is a fun little game that I think I might edit myself because it's going to be a shorter video.
Dipping his toes.
Then probably like at the end of this week I'll start playing Wario World.
Wario World.
I think it's called. It's the GameCube like 3D Wario platformer that's just like random.
It's kind of fun. I played like 30 minutes of it when I was at Cool Cuts when I was 12.
Fuck.
Cuts.
My uncle bought it for me for my birthday when I was 12, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
You remember Cool Cuts?
And I don't think I ever played it. I just
remember
own
Cool
it.
Cuts?
No,
Cool Cuts.
just a shitty haircut.
You don't know
place.
this cool
I
haircut
went
place,
to a place called.
where you show up early.
I can't actually say I'm doxing my hometown. If
Oh,
I say
okay.
it.
Well, I probably am doxing myself with Cool Cuts, but you show up early. Because usually you have to wait like 20, 30 minutes sometimes when you're waiting to get a haircut, especially if it's busy. Imagine just like 6 TVs in the sitting area, and they're all different games. And you just sit
Kinda sick.
and you fucking play games. And I fucking play Wario World and shit. And I'd be like, damn. That's also where I played the 3D Pac-Man games. And I was like, I'm going to buy the 3D Pac-Man game. And I did, and it was great. Cool Cuts.
That's a game I could play for my channel. 3D Pac-Man.
3D
platformer.
Pac-Man's sick.
Never
and
played it.
They're fun. It's a fun one.
I bet it is. I gotta play it.
So yeah, you should definitely play. We should play. You should play. Some of us should play. Like, just play the game. It's a good
Definitely turn of the century, aka the new year.
game.
I'm gonna start doing a little bit more idea focused rather than just play a platformer and do a little like Spark Notes YouTube video of it, which is what I'm kind of doing right now for a lot of all my videos.
Yeah.
I have a lot of more in-depth, dedicated, multi-game playthrough videos. So I might do that starting with the new year. Because that's what I did with Pikmin. Played the entire Pikmin series, and that's my most viewed video. So I think I gotta do more shit like that. It's just I need to lock in, and because I'm trying to get 2 videos a month done essentially.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're gonna play the 3D Pac-Man game, other Pac-Man game, you should play Miss Pac-Man. Best Pac-Man game by far, hands down. I fucking love Miss Pac-Man. I could spend 3 hours playing Miss Pac-Man, no regrets.
Dude, you broke the high score. We went to his arcade.
Fuck yes.
And Nathan got the high score in Miss Pac-Man. It was kind of sick.
It's my mission at every Miss Pac-Man machine to get the high score.
It was kind of lit.
As long as the machine doesn't suck ass, because so many of these machines suck ass.
Yeah.
Where you start, they'll literally have, not drift, but you know how you have the joystick? If you start moving the joystick, it'll start rolling in your hands. And then it's like, what the fuck is that? And then you try to go left, and you have to go like down left to go left because now like the shit gets misaligned. It's fucked up. But every once in a while, you'll find a really nice, well-kept Miss Pac-Man machine, and then you just have a great time. You get to listen to the... Oh, wait. I can do the Act 1 song.
I don't know anything about Miss Pac-Man, so this is not nostalgic
That's
to me at
Miss
all.
Pac-Man and Okay, so Pac-Man's running away from Miss Pac-Man because he's scared of women.
He's scared of his
and
bitch
Miss
wife.
Pac-Man is following him around, and then eventually they bump into each other and they kiss.
Wow.
And then they make a baby, and that's where Pac-Man Jr. comes along, and that game fucking sucks.
Is it a Pac-Man Jr.
Yes,
game?
there's a Pac-Man Jr. game, and it fucking sucks because there's gates, and you need to eat a key to unlock the gates to get through it. And it's like, dude, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
That's crazy. I thought you were going to say gays, and I was like,
What
that's
the
crazy.
what? No, there's gates.
I think my brain is
yeah, you do.
deteriorating
You have a
with the
brain
illness.
problem. You already know. We know you have an illness right now.
Yeah.
You need to like take a medication or
I need
something.
to just drink an entire bottle of NyQuil and go, woo.
That's not good for you. Take a
It'd be
bottle of
great.
Dayquil before your work.
Why don't we just call it work and play Sandland for like an entire month?
Why? We should order Miss Pac-Man for our office space. They won't know.
Yeah, they will.
We just say we got
An
delivery for
arcade
the
machine is
content.
insanely expensive.
What would they think?
We're not authorized to buy an arcade machine. Honestly, Miss Pac-Man probably is upstairs
What?
because they've got cracked.
Oh, you are making a mistake. I am going
They've got
upstairs.
cracked arcade machines that you can just
Oh, they
pick
have, like,
any
the
games.
full?
They're like emulated, basically. So Miss Pac-Man might probably
I'm
likely
setting
on one of them.
the new highest score that I've ever set on that
I used to have
arcade machine.
you know, like the basketball hoop machines.
Yeah.
I used to have the record on that.
Damn.
But then they wiped the machine, and then I never played it again. But
I
no one could
am.
beat me for a while.
I'm gonna set a brand new high score on that Miss Pac-Man machine. Dude, there's a Miss Pac-Man machine at the corner store right now at the college.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's like a little pizza place in the corner, and one of the machines they had there was a Miss Pac-Man, and I don't think I ever bought anything from there. I would just go there to play Miss Pac-Man, and I think people would see me and be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" I'm like,
You're like the fucking.
I'm just here to play Miss Pac-Man.
Remember the guy
bro."
in Monster House that's like the fucking weirdo that's like setting all the high scores in
Yo,
the
that's
arcade
fucked up.
machines?
I'm not
That's
a
you.
weirdo. But I want to get the high score for Miss Pac-Man. I literally took a picture of it with my phone. I was so mad. I died at 69,410.
That's it.
I wanted to get
your high
but
score
I
at
wanted to
pinball
get
is like
I know, but I
80K.
wanted to get 69,420 and
Dude,
die.
yeah.
And I fucking missed by one. And then I tried it again, and I got 69,450, and it's forever fucked.
Let me tell
It's
you.
forever fucked,
Let
'cause
me
you
tell
can
you a
no
little
longer
funny
get the new high
story
score.
about Nathan. One of the first times we hung out. So we were not living together at this point. And I think Noah invited me to meet you, Zach, and him at
Yep.
Sushi. Some Dave and Buster's.
Oh, no, I thought we had
This is a
sushi.
different time.
Oh, okay.
We went to a Dave and Buster's, and there's this big like LED Pac-Man machine.
Yeah, the
and
giant
Nathan goes,
ones.
"Oh, I love Pac-Man. I'm so good at Pac-Man. I'm amazing at Pac-Man." And he goes up and starts playing, and he's just fucking dying over and over.
Dude,
and
it
over.
was dog shit. They're the worst
And
joystick ever.
Noah's just like making fun of him, like, dude, you suck. Like, come on, let's go play something else. And he's just like, he just keeps like restarting. Like, no, I can get the high score. And the high score is like 100K. Like, he's not getting it. Like, he just
wanted
keeps throwing.
to get it.
And eventually, we just had to like peel him away from the machine like his pride had to just be shattered because.
And everyone
Couldn't do
refused. Everyone refused to play the game because I was like, "Oh, you think you're so much better? Well, then you guys
No
play
one
it.
said to be just
you
to be
guys
clear,
play the
this
fucking
was a
game."
common misconception. He kept saying, "You think you could do better?" And we were like, "We're not saying we can do better. We're just saying we're not playing Pac-Man. Let's move on. You're not
Play
gonna
the
get high
game.
Score.
You can't dog on me and not even attempt the fucking game
You weren't even getting close though. That's the
because
thing.
it's a fucking. It sucked.
Yeah,
It
man.
sucked.
It was the machine.
And I tried it at the pinballs or whatever that we went to, and that one sucked too. But the Miss Pac-Man
Yeah.
in there actually worked well.
Yeah, because Pinballs has like a retro area that
Yeah.
has a bunch of retro cabinets.
Those
and
ones were-
the Miss Pac-Man's.
There were two Miss Pac-Mans.
Solid there.
One of them was really good. The other one was the chip just needs cleaning or something. Like the game speeds were entirely different. That's one thing about arcade machines is like the speed will change
The
and it
consistency
fucks it
from
up.
cabinet to cabinet is just awful.
It fucks it up so bad.
You know what you-
Legitimately, I already have all the I actually already have all the pieces because I was gonna do it before I ever moved here, and I brought them with me because I still really want to do it.
What?
I have all the electronics to build an arcade cabinet, and I want to build Miss Pac-Man.
Why?
I want to build.
Why haven't you done it?
Because you need. I need tools to woodwork because you need to make the wooden frame.
Yes, David.
I actually probably should ask our friend
David
David
would
who does
help.
woodworking. And I'll
David's
be like,
great at woodworking.
and then we can woodwork an actual arcade cabinet. I already got the Raspberry Pi that we can use for it, and
There
I
you
got the
go.
controllers. I got all the buttons so we could have 2-player, red and blue, and then I can put it in the corner downstairs, and we can play Miss Pac-Man every day.
You know what arcade game I fuck with heavy? The Connect 4 basketball game.
That's not in our. Okay, I guess it's in our. It's
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 literally
in the
a game
arcade.
that is in the arcade that you can't play anywhere else. It is heat. And
It
I'm
is-
nasty yet. I'm wet.
it is fun, and I like it a lot as well. Although you have to admit, there is some skill, but it's baby mode. It's baby mode. It's baby
I'm
mode.
wet from 3.
You and Noah were just playing that back and back.
We
for
did
like,
a best of 7 series and I won.
And it was
Like
just
4 games to 1 or something.
It was
like
really
that.
depressing to watch, honestly.
I think I'm nasty, man. I'm
Are we
nasty.
just gonna build a mini Dave and Buster's downstairs?
We could.
I
But
don't see a reason not to.
we need the compound. We need to make an arcade section in the compound.
I want the compound so bad.
Chat room, if you want to donate to the compound, please send us all your money to my go to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/DanCorona and scroll down to
Donate.
the donation link. That's probably the easiest way you can give me money because we don't have anything set up for Bozo.
Nope.
But go give me $100,000 so I can get out of debt and then we can build a compound right now.
Do it.
Thank you.
Yay.
Goodbye.
Is that over?
Yeah, my camera's about to die.
Oh, shit.
Bozo
Bozo out.
Yeah, I love you. Bye.
Slur.
No.